In this episode of Let's Talk Tech, we talk about JellyLock 7, Nintendo confirms they're working on mobile service apps, iOS 7.0.5 update issued to iPhone 5s/iPhone 5C users, developer iHatesNow announces that he's working on a boot ROM exploit that jailbreaks A5 and A6 devices forever, and much, much more. What is going on, guys? This is the 4th episode of our podcast. And so today, I'm here with my co-host in other Apple news, Max. Go ahead, say hi.
What is going on YouTube and other Apple news here? We're back with our 4th podcast, I believe it is. Yeah,
yes.
4th podcast.
Wow,
yeah,
4.
4th podcast.
Number 4. And
today we brought along a special guest, so I'll introduce him.
Yes.
Seth, would you like to say hi?
The Greater Gamer 150.
That's my name. Don't wear it out.
Yeah, is our new, I guess you could say, co-host.
Co-host.
And so I'm here with my co-host Max from Another Apple News, and my new co-host Seth from the Greater Gamer 150. So this is gonna be pretty interesting. We have a lot of things to talk about, don't we? Okay. Well, anyway, so you want to get started?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So the first thing I guess we have to talk about is JellyLock 7. So JellyLock 7 is basically an app launcher, and it's available for free, which is something that is not normal. Like they don't normally have an app launcher in Cydia available for free. So it is available for free defaultly right now in the Big Boss repo. Go purchase it. It's available absolutely for free. And it's only compatible with iOS 7, and it's basically an app launcher. So me and Max have tested it. Max, what do you think of it?
Very good tweak. One of my favorites. I know that I'm saying this a lot about all the tweaks that I have, but I'll tell you what I have on mine. I have Cydia, the photo app, the phone app, and the messaging app, and then the default things that come with it, like the unlock and the photo, like you can take a picture.
Mhm. So
and it's customizable, fully customizable.
Yeah. So so JellyLock 7 is really cool. It's available from the Big Boss repo, available for free right now. So the next thing we have to talk about, and Seth, you can give us some insight on this. Another medical device expert joins Apple to work on an unknown project. So
yeah, I remember like a while back actually they did a whole thing like that. Like it was like a thing that would check your blood pressure.
Mm. And so what is that about?
It was a while back. I forgot. I think I saw a WWDC like 3 years. Not 3 years, but like 2 years ago. I was like, it was a blood pressure monitor that would hook up to your iPad, and they could, see your blood pressure.
Well, now that what they're actually talking about is they're actually talking about the future of the iWatch and actually having the
That's definitely a product that I would buy.
Yeah, although it's going to be so overpriced though. Like the Samsung one, I'm not sure how much it is, but that the Samsung one's going to be like a normal price, and that the Apple one's just going to be like $5 bajillion more.
Yeah. So anyway, so this, what is this going to mean? This is going to mean we're going to see some blood pressure sensing iWatch in the future. What are we going to see from Apple in the future? I don't know. I wonder.
Me too.
What do you think we're going to see, Max and Seth?
I think we'll have definitely an iWatch. I think we'll definitely have an iTV.
So anyway. So I'm really excited to see what Apple brings to the table with that. Apparently this guy's a medical device expert. Like I said, it's only a matter of time before they release a patent, before a patent gets leaked. We've seen a lot of patents for the iWatch, but we haven't seen anything with blood pressure sensing with patents. So it's only a matter of time before that becomes leaked and available to the internet.
Mhm.
So the next thing we have, which Seth also can give us insight about, is Apple seeds the 4th beta of OS X 10.9.2.
Whoa, that's pretty cool.
So,
what is it going to be like? Are they working on an updated version of Mavericks?
Yeah, so this is Mavericks version 10.9.2, but it's the 4th beta of it.
Oh. That's
Yeah.
interesting. I'm curious to see what will be new in Mavericks.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like the thing with Apple, though, is I think they're starting to run out of things to add. Like, all they really added in iOS 7 was the colors and the whole scheme of it. Like, not the scheme, but, like, the whole, like, panel of colors in it and all. Like, have you noticed, like, they've been just adding less and less exciting things to, like, OS X, like in, what's the current one, Mountain Lion, right? Like, in Mountain Lion, all they really added was, like, the gestures with the magic trackpad. Like, what's so special? Like, I think they added a couple other stuff, like iMessage, but how long does it take for you to, like, run out of stuff to add? I have a feeling it's not going to be that long. And that's also why Apple is starting to go down. Like, you've noticed Samsung and Apple are a lot more popular than they've been. Like, I mean, they're a lot less. Apple's less popular nowadays. Like, other companies are more popular nowadays, like, compared to how Apple was a couple years ago. Like, remember when Apple was on top? Like, now at Best Buy, for example, they used to have a whole Apple area that was just Apple, and they got rid of that, and now it's a Samsung area with, like, the Watch and the Galaxy.
Well, maybe because Samsung has a bit more products.
Yeah, well, I gotta give them, some credit. Samsung's been pushing out a lot of different products. You got the Watch, the Galaxy's been updating a lot more than the iPhone has, the S4, the S3, so I definitely give Samsung a lot of credit. They're pushing a lot of their devices out there, whereas Apple's going, all right, well, we have another half year, let's leak a patent, let's let a patent leak for this, whatever new thing we got in here, and then we'll let that leak, and then we'll sort of let people give some rumors and speculation of what they think, and then, in October we'll have the press conference, then we'll announce whatever it is. So Apple, I feel like, has a set schedule for everything they're going to do and say for the next year, whereas Samsung, I think it's just sort of like, okay, well, we can choose to release this or we could choose not to, With Apple, it's sort of like it's straightforward. With Samsung, it's iffy. So, yeah. So I have not currently tested any of the betas of 10.0.2. Mainly because I'm running out of storage for my computer, so it's a little bit harder to do this. It's a little bit harder to also talk while Seth's typing in the background.
Seth.
So anyway, yeah, I have not really tested it. So the next thing that we have to talk about is new job listings actually suggest Apple's working on a new iPod product.
A new iPod product? Well, there's a lot they could probably do with the iPod. I mean, they have the touch, like, what's going to be next? The iPod virtual
Air.
Reality?
Well, they have the iPad Air, so maybe they'll do iPod Air. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel they might do, like, they might do an iPad, like, an iPod. They might do an iPad mini. That's the size of an iPod.
Yeah, well, that would sort of defeat the purpose. Because that's the size of an iPod, so it just wouldn't make really much sense.
I guess.
Yeah. So, what could this next iPod product be? Maybe it's customizable with the iWatch. Maybe it's an iWatch integration type thing. Again, what I've just been thinking? They have not actually, which is actually a cool fact that I have not thought about for a while. Apple has released like 3 different new phones, actually two different phones, the 5S and the 5C, and they never released the 6th generation iPod Touch. And they released the iPad Air and the iPad Mini 2nd generation with Retina display. So when are they going to release the iPod Touch 6th generation?
I feel like I said earlier, I feel like they're just running out of stuff to do. I think they'll definitely. They might release it at the end of this year, but possibly in between next year. They might announce it at next year's WWDC, possibly. I have a feeling. The thing is, I feel like the new thing, they add colors to it. Maybe they'll add Touch ID. Actually, not maybe. They probably will add Touch ID to it. So it'll be like the iPod Touch, literally.
Yeah. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it too.
I love laughing.
Ha ha
ha. You know what? It's custom to every podcast that we at least do a clap. So just for the joke, why don't we give it?
Okay, oh my god.
So that brings us up to our next topic. So I think this is a really interesting one because the president of Nintendo actually had said numerous times that they were really not going to develop anything for the iPhone or Android. They made it very clear that they were not ever going to do that. So it actually came out that Nintendo confirms that they're actually working on mobile service apps. So that's pretty cool. Max?
Yep, very cool. I have a couple Nintendo devices.
Same, but I never use them.
Yeah.
I have a 3DS, and I have a regular DS, and I have a Wii.
Same.
Same. Nobody has a Wii U though.
Yeah.
Yeah, too
so-
expensive.
They're so
Let's-
overrated.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about, and that's something else we can touch on too. So I think the reason why they're doing this is, look, Nintendo, since from the time that the 3DS launched, from the time that the Wii U launched, there's been a lot of different changes from Nintendo. I mean, it's just like Nintendo, since, like, you know, everything that's happened, you know, Nintendo went down a lot. You know, there's been a lot, they lost a lot of money. So I think now what they're trying to do is, okay, well, the Wii U was a terrible product. It failed us. So now what are we going to do? Well, to maybe, you know, promote that, or to promote something in our company, let's make service apps for the App Store. That way, you know, we'll be able to get into the hearts of iOS users and you know, let them demo some of our games, and then say, you know, you can get the full experience on the Wii U or on the 3DS or on, you know, any of these different consoles. So I mean, it's a really good idea. And I think actually, if Microsoft or Sony did this, I think it'd be a really, really good idea. That way, it's sort of like a try before you buy type thing, and you could sort of demo.
That would be a pretty cool idea.
Yeah. What do you
I
think
agree.
about that, Seth?
I think it would definitely be a good what's the short term I'm thinking of? It would be definitely a good marketing campaign, and definitely just good marketing, sellingness, you know.
Yeah. Okay, guys, so the next topic we had to talk about is iOS 7.0.5 update was issued, I believe it was a few days ago, to iPhone 5S/5C users. So I actually, Muscle Nerd tweeted out for users to stay away from the update for now that are experiencing that update being on their phone. So it is only currently available. It's available globally. It was only available to China users at first, but within the next couple hours, it was available worldwide. So it is available for iPhone 5S/iPhone 5C users that either have their device jailbroken or don't. Users, like, just stay away from that update for now, because there is no, as of right now, there is no way to jailbreak that. And we don't know as of right now yet if it is currently jailbreakable. They had commented on it a little bit, saying that it's probably jailbreakable. They just don't know for sure. So yeah. So just if you see iOS 7.0.5, unless we're 100% sure that it's good, and we'll actually let you guys know. We'll make a video telling you guys that it's okay to jailbreak. It's okay to update 7.0.5. That way you don't lose your jailbreak if you're jailbroken or you're thinking about jailbreaking. So again, if you see iOS 7.0.5 come up on your phone, if you're on an iPhone 5S or iPhone 5C, do not update. So what do you think about 7.0.5? Do you think it's going to patch the jailbreak, guys?
I'm not going to update personally until they patch it, because I enjoy my jailbreak, and that's basically what has shaped my phone over since the iOS 7 jailbreak has came out.
Yeah, so like I said, if you're like Max or me, you guys love the iOS 7 jailbreak, do not update to 7.0.5 as of yet.
Update.
Alright, so next thing, this is, so we're getting into tweaks. So the next thing we have to talk about is ExKey. So what this actually allows you to do is, basically, I think there might be, there's a respring required, but there's no settings to configure. All you do is install this from Cydia. It's a free tweak. Basically what it does is it adds an extra row of keys to your keyboard. You just install it and go. It's really easy. So Max, have you gotten a chance to demo this yet?
No, I have not.
No? Okay, well, I have. It's really good. Instead of, you know how, like, on stock iOS, you have to touch the 1, 2, 3 thing in the corner to get the numeral numbers and the 1, 2, 3, and then all the different symbols.
Yeah.
Well, with that extra row, you can actually have that remotely on there without having to switch. So that's pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So the next thing we have to talk about, do you want to...
Oh, yeah, sure, I'll share.
Okay.
It's PopAGraph goes free in the App Store as Apple's App of the Week. Now, usually I get to test the App of the Week, but this week, remember it's Thursday to Thursday, I did not get to get this app, but I'm sure that it is a very good app. I will probably get it right when this podcast is done. Seth, did you get this app yet?
I actually didn't because I don't really stay up with the app of the week. No, but I might check it out after this wonderful podcast.
Yes, wonderful. Okay. So anyway, so this is something I know a lot of Touch ID users have been waiting for. We don't have a chance to demo it or take advantage because we do not have an iPhone 5S. But a brand new tweak called UnlockID goes live in Cydia. It's the tweak that allows users to unlock their Mac with Touch IDs.
Well, this definitely is a very I think useful tweak for anyone who has access to Touch ID. It definitely is an interesting way to unlock your Mac. Now, similar to, for example, on Windows computers, some Toshiba laptops have fingerprint scanners that you can use to unlock it. But Touch ID, I'm not sure how well it would work because, it has to sort of send it over the Wi-Fi. And I'm curious to know if it sends the fingerprint or if it sends data telling the Mac to unlock. You know what I mean? Because what it might do is it might send the fingerprint to the Mac, and then the Mac would recognize that the fingerprint is there, and then, use that to unlock it. But it also could be as if it just tells the Mac to unlock it,
I did see some tutorial for it. You do have to download external software on it to get it to run, but after that, basically it's just you pair it up through Bluetooth, you pair it up with your device, with your computer, and then basically you just unlock it using Touch ID, and it unlocks your computer. You just have to authenticate it and then let it do its thing, and it works, from what I heard.
Yeah, from what you heard.
Yeah, I haven't tested it out myself because I don't have an iPhone 5S. But it's a really nice tweak. It's available for $1.99, I believe, in the Big Boss repo. So go ahead and check that out if you're running a 5S and you have a Mac. It's definitely a really good thing to have if you have a Mac and an iPhone 5S. Now, the next thing we have to talk about is Eclipse. Now, Eclipse, basically, I tested this out. This is a new jailbreak tweak. I believe it's $1.99 as well. I don't know how much it is. I always think things are $1.99. But basically, this actually allows for iOS to sort of have a dark look, a dark feel. So every application has sort of a dark-ish theme to it. So have you tested this out, Max?
No, I have not.
No.
I mean, I've heard a lot of good things about it from my download blog and other news sources that I have.
Yeah.
I heard it's a really good tweak, but not as good as other tweaks that I have explained.
Yeah. So the next one, I think this is a really good one. This actually just came out. It's not. It's in the beta still, but it's called Couria. We will put the link for the beta repo in the description below. But basically, it actually adds the functionality for to be able to quick reply. It adds the functionality of quick reply without actually having to change default messaging app to Byte SMS. So it's sort of like a Byte SMS alternative. Even though Byte SMS has a little bit more features, and I think generally Couria is a little bit better because it's there's a lot less bugs. It comes up, if you're watching video, it comes up in a little banner notification, which is a little bit easier to reply with. So I haven't tested this out yet. I've seen reviews of it. Right now I'm running Byte SMS. I like it just fine. I think I'm going to try Couria, though, just for reference after this podcast is over. But what do you think of Couria, Max?
like I said for the other one, like I said for Eclipse, I haven't tried it out, but I've heard very good things about it, and it seems very good. I mean, I've seen pictures of it, I've seen videos of it. I can't really explain it that much because I don't have it. But both of these tweaks, the Eclipse and Couria, I will definitely go get from the Cydia store or application.
So this now, what do you think? Because what this basically is replacing Bud SMS, so you can still get default messages, but you can also add on to default messages to have quick reply. So,
and since that you've compared it to Byte SMS and how much me and David do love Byte SMS, I'm probably going to be getting it right now.
Yeah, so do you think you'll uninstall Byte SMS to try Couria out? What do you think?
Since my last restore, which was like Thursday, I didn't get Byte SMS yet. So,
okay.
I'll probably get Couria to replace it.
Yeah. So, folks, it is Couria. It is available in the beta repository, which will be down in the description below. So, the next thing we have to talk about is, this is actually as of a few hours ago, on Twitter, developer iHateSnow announced that he's actually working on an iBoot exploit that can jailbreak A5 devices and A6 devices forever. Now, isn't that awesome?
Forever. He emphasized it enough, ladies and gentlemen.
Forever.
To clarify, for the viewers out there who don't know what the term forever means, does it mean, for example, even when you recover it, it still will be jailbroken?
No, actually.
Well, then explain the term to the viewers out there who don't know.
Okay, well, basically what I mean by forever is that, okay, so I guess I should elaborate on this. So basically in 2010, George Hotz, also known as GeoHot on Twitter, released a jailbreak called the Lime Rain jailbreak, and he actually, similar to iHateSnow, but this was in 2010, he found a boot ROM exploit that he actually used in the Lime Rain jailbreak, which is why it's also known as the Lime Rain exploit, which allows A4 users to use their device to jailbreak all the time. So that's why I think it was developed on iOS 5.1.1. So that's why when users had iOS 6 on an A4 device, they were able to jailbreak it immediately tethered as soon as it launched. So that's something awesome. So now what that actually means is that you'll be able to jailbreak it forever until Apple actually phases that device out. With every new firmware, they start to phase devices out. Like you've seen, the iPod Touch 4th generation does not support iOS 7, so that has been phased out by Apple. I mean, they do support it for repairs and everything, but currently it is not supported with iOS 7, as well as the iPhone 3GS, which is why, on the iPhone 4, the only device that has not been phased out by Apple yet, that is still currently on iOS 7, that is why Ragebreak came out, because that actually, the iPhone 4, since it's an A4 device, it can function on the Lime Rain exploit. So what we're going at here, getting back to the present, is now iHateSnow could be doing something similar with that. Now, it's probably not going to be going public for a while. We can expect it probably when iOS 8 launches, but it's nice to know that we have this out here. I had a feeling that something would be announced somewhat like this from now till when iOS 8 launches and when there's a jailbreak for it. And when they incorporate the exploit will probably be when the iOS 8 jailbreak launches, which is probably going to be sometime next year. But anyway, so this is, so what do you think about this, guys?
It's a topic that has been coming at me and been speaking to me during this whole, since it came out. Yeah, that's all that I can say.
Well, do you think that's a good thing? Do you think you'll keep jailbreaking your? Because I know the status of your iPhone right now. I know you love your 4S jailbroken. So that would mean that you could until Apple phases out the 4S, which will likely be coming next, since the 4 will be the 4 will be phased out next, but the 4S will likely be coming after the 4. So once until the 4S gets phased out by Apple, you can keep jailbreaking your device on the latest official firmware. So do you think you'll keep doing it even though it's a tethered jailbreak? Because I know tethered jailbreak's a little bit of a drag, but still for testing purposes and because you love it so much, would you consider maybe still doing it on a tethered jailbreak?
Of course.
Yeah, so your answer is yes. Okay, well, my answer would be yes as well, just because even, it's a pain with a tethered jailbreak, but, for testing this stuff out, and this also gives huge advantages to developers as well, because now they can say, all right, well, I've tested this tweak, so this tweak works on newer devices because now we have this boot ROM exploit, and I'm able to jailbreak this immediately when this firmware comes out. So now I'm able to see, well, this is compatible with iOS 8, and it's also compatible with the iPhone 5, which is one of the latest devices. So I'm just putting that out there. It's not exactly, what we're trying to say. But anyway, so that'd be really awesome. So anyway, what do you think about it, Seth?
Wow. It's a very interesting, topic.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway, guys, yeah, I think that basically wraps up Let's Talk Tech episode number 4. Yeah, guys, so that's it for this podcast. Same time next week, guys?
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe.
Okay.
Or a little bit earlier.
All right. Talk to you guys next week.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye, everyone.
Yeah. Peace. Peace. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.